The following is a product of Zack Attack Productions. Good evening. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Kids! Kids! Oh, right. I ain't got any kids. Broadcasting from the BC to the Maritimes and all across Canada, it's remotely Zach. And now, from Windsor, Ontario, here's your host, the one and hopefully only Zachary Thomas. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Welcome to Remotely Zach. I am your host, the Zachary Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. And I am fully happy to report I'm not in the Epstein files. Whew, thank God. Whew, man. Oh, good Lord. Recapping the big news, it's cold, and it's going to remain cold despite what the groundhog says. Despite what he says. Groundhog Day, this is the dumbest holiday. They yank a furry creature out of his hole, and I'm just like, yeah. And no matter how many times you pull out, it never ends well. It never ends well. It does not. Nope. Now, in case you don't know, Groundhog Day actually began officially on February 2nd, 1887, in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, when 361 local residents gathered at Gobbler's Knob, which, by the way, is a sex thing. Look it up. Just look it up, you don't believe me. Watch a groundhog predict the weather. The tradition was brought by German settlers who used the animal's shadow to predict the length of winter. They also failed to say that this was before weather models. Like, we have weather models now. You don't have to keep doing that tradition. It's dumb and nobody likes it. Turning to some Canadian news, Pierre Poilievre, remember him, survived his leadership race at the convention in Calgary. It was less of a review and more of a, why the hell not? I mean, come on, might as well. And this on the same day as the death of Catherine O'Hara. Hasn't this country suffered enough? Haven't we suffered enough? He passed the leadership review with almost 90% of the vote. He doesn't even have 90% Canadian support. I mean, who are the people in the room? He's only got 9 people and a moose. That's it. That's all he's got for support. That's it. Bam. That's it. Keeping with politics, former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura is making headlines because he said that Minnesota should join Canada. Yeah. Oh, can we call it Manitoba and have a little Winneapolis? I mean, come on. Be fun. By the way, isn't Jesse Ventura, isn't he supposed to be a pet detective? Anyway, moving on to entertainment, Jason Bateman getting some heat after telling Charlie XCX that she would regret not having kids. Because, yeah, who thought that would have been great? Who thought, yeah. Said no man ever. But when you think about it, it's actually romantic. We got a great show for you tonight. I got the weirdest news found on the internet, but when I return, I got something to say, and I'm going to say it right here on this show. Stick around. Be good. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Folks, we're living in times where it is hard to say what you think. And that's why I'm here to say what we're all thinking. In my segment, Zach says, what we're all thinking. Democrats won a deep red Trump district in a landslide. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shoot. It's what the Republicans are thinking. They're thinking. With construction season underway, officials are warning drivers to obey signs or pay a brutal price. Now, I know what you're thinking. They're going to make me watch the Melania movie, aren't they? You're going to send me there. I know. Trump delivered a rally in Iowa recently. Now, I know what you're thinking. When? This past week was Groundhog Day, with most predicting 6 more weeks of winter. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bullcrap. Folks, that's Zach Says What We're All Thinking. Moving on to naughty signs and bad headlines. It's time for my segment, Did I Read That Right? Our first one up here is from The Onion. OJ finds killer. Did he look in the mirror? I mean, I don't know. Did he? I don't know. All right. Next one. They're big, they're hairy, and they're in your house. 25,000 pedophiles identified. What? And that's only 2% of the Epstein files. 2%. 2%. Next one from the Toronto Star, the all great Toronto Star. Wage hike could cost 60,000 jobs, bank says. Oh, the poor banks. Oh, the poor banks. Oh, good Lord, not the banks. Not sure what that means, but whatever. All right. A no duh moment. Human brain is still evolving, says scientist. You don't say. You don't say. All right, switching over to some signs here. People loiter. Litter. People litter, not loiter. I get those two mixed up honestly, too much time. Anyway, why are you littering? I'm a jerk. I don't care about natural areas. Mommy still cleans up after me. All of the above. True millennial. True millennial. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. Needed things for sale. All right, last one. Last one here. Touching wires causes instant death. $200 fine. Those are the naughty signs and bad headlines in my segment. Did I read that right? We'll be right back. More Remote with Zach right after this. Stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Folks, it's time for the weirdest news found on the internet. Time for weird news. In tonight's weirdness, a lottery winner uses millions to set up a drug empire. Money well spent. John Eric Spivey led a drugs operation worth up to £288 million, centered on his quiet rural home near Wygon. The empire involved manufacturing counterfeit tablets at an industrial scale. Though Spivey denied any knowledge of the conspiracy, a trial at Bolton Court convicted him of conspiracy to produce Class C drugs and conspiracy to supply Class C drugs. Spivey won $2.4 million in 2010, along with his sons, raked in $288 million after expanding from the cottage warehouse to a second lab at an industrial unit in Salford. The jury also found him guilty of 2 counts of possession of firearms, possession of ammunition, and perverting the course of justice. The judge also concluded that it was the largest production of drugs of this nature that has ever been uncovered by the police. From the drug den of England to the meth lab of Florida, it's time for
Florida Man, Florida Man, does whatever a Florida man can. Look out, here comes the Florida Man.
A Florida man was arrested for driving a riding lawnmower while drunk on a busy highway. Oh, Florida. The man in question is 38-year-old Christopher Spain, and he's now facing a handful of charges after taking his lawnmower for a spin where it didn't belong. According to reports, Spain was cruising down a toll road on his mower around 8:30 a.m. last Friday when the Florida Highway Patrol started getting a bunch of wild calls about a guy weaving through traffic. Weave. There's no word on whether his mower had an easy pass, but troopers quickly caught up with him. They say he showed multiple signs of being seriously intoxicated. Tiny pupils, flushed skin, dry mouth, even irritation inside his nose. First of all, can we just at least also know the sign of intoxication is driving your riding lawnmower on the Florida highway? Can we just acknowledge that? he was arrested for grand theft tractor. That's the weirdness for this week. You really can't make this shit up. Now I gotta get your dad joke of the week. Let's take a look and see what we got in here. What is more impressive than a talking parrot? A spelling bee. Well, that's the show for you all this evening. If you enjoyed this broadcast, make sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the Zachary Balogh Productions YouTube channel. You can follow me on social media. Those links are always down in the description below. Now get out. Closing time. My button won't work. Oh hi, I didn't see you there. My name is Zach and welcome to my channel, Zach Attack Productions. So what is this Zach Attack Productions you speak of? I'm glad you asked. Zach Attack Productions is a YouTube channel where you can find a variety of different content, such as my late night talk show, Remotely Zach, Strawberry Banana Cherry Freeze, $9.99, Lemonade, Prime Ice Poo. Man, who doesn't want a nice ice poo on a hot summer day? Hey Jack, what's going on? No, I'm at the beach. Got you covered. That's what the infrastructure bill is for. No joke, not kidding around.
It was because of DEI. It was all DEI.
My extensive Lego collection on Zach's Lego Show. Of course, as you can see, we've ended up here at the glass panel building, as well as I went for pop art design right here. I'll say it's the end of the era of brick bank in that corner. And you can find out some of the history behind some of your favorite landmarks. What was once a 50-lane bowling alley increased to 74, making it the largest bowling center in all of Canada. William Pope of Chattanooga, Tennessee, stated that he saw the vision of another prisoner hanged and the man's body buried under the window of his cell. The Mackinac Bridge is a 5-mile suspension bridge located right about here between the cities of St. Ignace and Mackinac City, Michigan. Wait, there's more. Me and my power panel have great conversations on Let's Talk.
But I also think certain people are too fast. Have you ever tried walking with Zach? He speed walks at a whole other level.
Am I being attacked on my own show
which
here?
Is hilarious.
So no matter what you're into, we have everything for everyone. So subscribe now because you're not getting that anywhere else. I'm Zachary Balogh and I approve this message because shouldn't we all have a little bit of variety in our YouTube channels?